How's it going, Vikings fans? Welcome back to another edition of the Skull Experience. We got the normal three knuckleheads up here, but we are joined by the best dressed guest the Skull Experience has ever had, and that is JJ Vikings. JJ, how is it going tonight?
It's going great, like it always does. So whenever I'm on streams with any of you guys, anyone in the Purple Gang.
Let's go, Purple Gang, Purple Gang. Speaking about that, let me do some shout outs right here. Our boy Gary. Hey guys, hey JJ, my man. Let's go. We got JV Just Vibes. What's up, everyone? Tomioka, WWW. Let's
one of your
go.
Crew?
Purple Gang.
Yeah,
Purple
he's
Gang.
one of my crew. Yeah, he's like a brother to me.
Hey, let's go. Glad to have you happen. What up, everybody? Holden's in the building. Let's go. Well,
I came into this thinking we would just talk about the game and roster cuts and all that, but then we got some interesting stuff and actually some good talking points for tonight with news about TJ Hawkinson and a little not news, but our friend Ian Rappaport trying to stir up the pot as it comes to Trey Lance rumors and trades and all that type of stuff. So how's everybody feeling on those?
So
let's start with Trey Lance. That's a lot more fun.
Yeah. I was going to start with Trey Lance right away. So I'm on the boat of, so far what we've seen in Jaren Hall hasn't been anything too crazy yet. Obviously he's been behind the third offensive line, and the second offensive line hasn't looked good. So the third definitely hasn't looked good. So we haven't really seen a lot of Jaren Hall to really be like, all right, I think he has potential with us yet. Trey Lance, third pick, right? Third overall pick in that draft. And then obviously he used to live in Minnesota, grew up as a Viking fan, all that stuff. It sounds like at this point, I mean, he's the third string quarterback there. So I'm assuming it's not going to cost a lot to go grab him. I'm taking a chance. If it's like a fifth, at this point, it literally could be like a fifth round pick. I'm sure 49ers would want more than that, but a third to fifth round pick, if I think is definitely a possibility, but if it's around like a fourth or fifth round pick, I'm taking a chance on Trey Lance. What's
JJ,
your thoughts,
how you feeling about that?
Trey Lance, he's very underrated. I think people are calling him trash. People are calling him this and that. I'm not going to exactly blame it on the coaching, but because of Kyle Shanahan, who's obviously a decent, maybe even a great coach. I think he's some call him a great coach, but
yeah,
there's just something off. Maybe it was within the team, maybe something behind the scenes that we don't know about that's going on with Trey Lance. But I think that maybe even if you give him the right O-line, but the Niners have a great O-line, so there must be a missing piece that's causing Trey Lance to perform the way he is performing.
Mm-hmm.
He has not given really a chance. He's only played 4 games. How could someone get to a point where he's considered a bust? And I'm not high on him. I wasn't high on him when he got drafted. I wasn't high on him, especially third overall, as you're saying. And the amount of picks they had to do to trade up to get to him. But to give up on a guy after only playing 4 games, one was in a monsoon and another one he breaks his leg or whatever. Mm-hmm. How do you give up on a guy like that for the guy that was the last pick of the draft? It could have been a UDFA if he just wasn't picked by them. Mm-hmm. Like 31 teams passed on him 7 times,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to be your starter over the guy that you traded up for and got, but then on the other side of it is like, they know something, like they see him every day.
And I mean, and on the other side of that as well, like when it comes to, his production so far is outside of 2019, the dude hasn't played a full season after high school. Because obviously 2020, the FCS was, I'm pretty sure, put on hold because of COVID. And then obviously, came in his rookie season and didn't really, and that didn't go well for him. So the guy he needs reps. He needs to get out on the field and he needs to play. And he just hasn't had an opportunity to do that. Again, and it's not like coming here is going to give him a chance to do that right away, because obviously we do have Kirk Cousins on this team. But it gives you an opportunity to sit and learn behind a quarterback like Kirk Cousins. And, and from there, who knows what's going to happen. So I don't know. I think bring him here. It depends. I would do it for a 6th. Anything more than that, I'm probably out on it. But if you get him here for cheap, I would totally be down, because I think him sitting behind Kirk for a season and then seeing what you have next season would be, I mean, what's the worst going to happen?
It seems like to me, a 6th-round pick is nothing. You're not going to get any opportunities like a Trey Lance for 6. Even if he doesn't work out, who cares? We traded a 5th, well, was a 4th, but turned into a 5th, I think, for Jalen Reagor just a year ago. And we've made all types of trades like that. So I'm like, 6th-round pick for a guy like Trey Lance just for the chance. And if it doesn't work out, no one's going to care. I've never seen one person in these comments care what happens to a 6th-round pick before. So I think I think it's worth it, the very little risk. And again, I mean, he's not going to come in and start, but he can sit behind Kirk Cousins or whatever. We can see what we have in Trey Lance. And at the end of the day, if we don't feel like he's that guy, kind of where 49ers are at right now, we don't, we can let him go and no worries, nothing big.
I think the Patriots might have been upset if they got rid of a certain 6th-round pick, but hey, if we get rid of Jalen Naylor, I'd probably tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a 6th-round pick.
Real quick, Too Evil to Hope, what's up? That super chat to Dave. Hi, GG, JJ, and Dave. I'm seeing
Appreciate
a trade
it.
being more and more possible for Lance. What do you think of also getting Justin Pugh?
Isn't he old? Does he still play?
Yeah, how old is he?
He's got to be getting up there. Played for the Giants forever, didn't he?
I mean, 1990. That's not bad. What's that? 33.
33.
Yeah.
So he's getting up there.
I mean, at this point, we need depth. We need as much depth as we can get. I know we all want Dalton Reisner, and I mean, I think all of our fans probably want to do something like that because we're very worried about our interior right now.
For sure.
What's your thoughts, JJ? What do you think about our interior offensive line? And are you still in on Dalton Reisner?
Yes, but I also heard that the Vikings. Well, I heard from Andy Carlson from the Purple FTW podcast that he wants Jason Peters in that.
You got this right here.
Even though he's a tackle, even though Jason Peters is a tackle because of his size, arm strength, things like that, and just interior strength overall, I think we can move him to guard. He's not a terrible guard.
Right. And I mean, at his age, he probably doesn't have the athletic ability to be a tackle again.
Exactly.
But at guard, I could see that being a decent fit for sure. And he's got to be cheap at this point, you'd think.
Yeah. Nobody's picked him up yet.
Yeah.
And then let's jump into the TJ Hawkinson stuff. But before we do that, I want to let everybody know, just like every show, we're giving JJ's here. We got to give away another JJ rookie card. Hashtag Skull in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to all our channels. If you haven't already, go check out JJ Vikings here on YouTube. His YouTube page is in the description, and go subscribe and like his videos and all that good stuff there. Hashtag Skull in the comments for your chance to win the Justin Jefferson.
But last thing I'll have on Trey Lance is that it's funny because all this is coming up because of a speculation tweet by Ian Rappaport. No other reason, just because he said it would make sense.
Yeah.
He never said, and there's no rumors. Nobody told him anything. It was all speculation. And here everybody is talking about it. So
Skull Mafia is on it.
It got him clicks. It got him clicks. And
hey, rap in the building. Purple Pocket Podcast. Nephew, let's go. Let's go.
TJ Hawkinson stuff, huh?
Yeah. So the back to the Lance thing 1 second here is, I mean, that's one thing too. The Viking fans in general, I mean, we've been talking about it as soon as Brock Purdy looked like he could be the guy, and it really just comes back to Trey Lance roots, I think, in general. So it just seems like it could be a good one there. Hey, let's go. 18 days, Skull Mafia, $20. Let's go. Dang. 18 days. What? 18 days to season start, 18 days to Skull Fest.
I wish I had my sound effects here, man. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to give the GG boys my sound effects
we need sound effects. We need sound effects. I got this. That's all I got. Yep. Let's go.
I get this. I'm gonna have to send you the straight cash homie one.
Yeah, that one we need.
I could put it up here. I could probably load it.
You probably could.
Yeah.
Skull Bikes rap sheet gets a lot right. Yeah.
But again,
That
it
was the
wasn't any
point,
like
yeah.
there's no rumors or anything. But then again, someone did. I know one of my friends at work was looking at a post and he saw the comment where he's like, "Rap Sheet doesn't just say this stuff without some sort of scoop or inside knowledge." But we'll see. I don't know.
So to the TJ Hawkinson stuff, do you guys think that is real about him not being well? It still sounds like the ear infection. He said himself, like, hey, he's here to win the game, but that there's real extension talks going on right now and that they're far apart on
because I
coming
saw
to an agreement.
Today he mentioned that now Kevin O'Connell mentioned now it's a back injury. And I know, JJ, you mentioned Purple for the Win. I'm a huge fan of his as well. I watch him pretty much every morning. And I know he was talking about it today as well. He put out a tweet where he said that, normally when it comes to contract extensions, negotiations, everything's if things are going well, it's quiet. And he said the fact that the news came out and they said he wants to reset the tight end market, it's obviously putting him in a bad light. So he's saying this is probably the team, someone from within the Vikings organization reaching out to Deanna Rossini and putting that out there so she gets it out. And now it's making Hawkinson look like the bad guy here. And then he's got the injury thing. I don't know. This whole thing could get kind of messy. And I mean, I would like to see TJ Hawkinson back here. Obviously when they traded for him last offseason, the plan was to keep him around, I think, to extend him and keep him on this team, especially what he did on such short notice last year. But unfortunately now it does look like going into camp, he hasn't practiced. I thought the whole injury thing with the ear infection I thought it was all a little bit fishy. And I don't know. It's interesting, but in Kwesi, he hasn't dealt out. I've saw everybody talking about it on Twitter. He hasn't dealt out any long-term deals yet. So I'm really interested to see. I'm interested to see how he's going to navigate this one, especially with an impending Justin Jefferson deal on the way as well. So there's a lot to unpack here. A lot to unpack.
What's your thoughts, JJ, on TJ Hawkinson? And would you want to, if he was to be paid the highest paid tight end in the league, do you think that's a good contract for us to agree? Do you think he deserves to be the highest paid tight end?
He actually might have a chance, believe it or not, to be a top 5, top 3 tight end in this league. I just really hope that he's not faking that ear infection, because ear infections are nothing to joke about, nothing to play with. And I don't know. I mean, him being the highest paid tight end, it's a little too much, but if we have to, I'll take it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, there's a chance he has the talent to potentially be with Kelsey only getting older and all these other guys getting older. I know Mark Andrews is still somewhat young. But there's a chance that TJ Hawkinson could be definitely top 3 tight end in this league and potentially even maybe number 1. He's only 26 years old. And he's already been a stud. And I'm assuming, I think we probably all could agree that there's a good chance he has the best season of his career this year with having guys like JJ, a quarterback that is Kirk Cousins and all that stuff. So should be an interesting one. What else was the news? Was there any other? Oh, sorry, Dave.
Things I'm looking at, you can think about with TJ Hawkinson is we can franchise him, and it would be so cheap.
SK in the building.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That is true. That I didn't think about that. That is an option for sure.
Sorry.
And we would hold all the cards. So
because he's playing on his 5th year option this year, right?
Yes.
This is only his 4th season.
No, this is his 5th year.
I thought he was playing on his 5th year. Yeah. Yeah, too evil. I don't know. I just think the injuries popping up while the contract stuff is going on. I personally just think it's a little bit fishy. And I hate to be that guy, but
yeah, we'll see what's up. He's been practicing, hasn't he? Or
he's been warming up,
but not actual practice.
Yeah, when it gets to 11 on 11 drills, that's when he goes off to the side.
It'll be interesting, but something's going to come out of that, I think. Obviously he did say he's here to win. So I don't think, as far as this season goes, I don't think we have anything to worry about for him for now, but obviously that's something that has to get figured out. And then of course the Justin, like you already kind of mentioned, but the Justin Jefferson contract is still number 1 priority. Maybe not right now because he still has another year left after this season, but as soon as this season's over, you got to do whatever you can to keep JJ here for the long haul.
For sure.
Not signing Hot could cost Kwesi his job. Yeah, I mean,
But
I could see it.
but are you willing to pay it when you know you have all these other contracts? Are you willing to pay him enough to reset the tight end market as it's? I mean, and who knows? Like that's just a
Yeah,
rumor.
true.
Who knows if that's actually 100% legit? But I mean, you hope you can just find some middle ground to where it's reasonable for both sides. Because obviously, I think TJ on this team makes us just that much better. Obviously, alongside Justin Jefferson and
Mhm.
Jordan Addison. I mean, I would love to see him stay here, but I don't know. I mean, with all these other contracts that you need to dole out, are you willing to make him the highest paid tight end in NFL history? If that is in fact what he's looking for.
Well, even letting him play out this year and then franchise him while you try to work out an extension, because those big guys have already signed, right? Kittle's already signed. What was that other? It came from
Mark Andrews.
Well, I think a lot of the big tight end signed. So is his price really going to go up that much if we wait till the end of the season, see how we are, see if Kirk Cousins is a good year and you want to extend him, all those things. And Rapp said last night if he's listening that, hey, Muse might be greater than TJ Hawkinson. I know he was kidding, but I'm gonna hold that against him. Last night.
But hey, it'll be interesting. What if Josh Oliver really steps
right?
up?
I mean, we would be okay if we did not have TJ Hawkinson and Muse plays like he has been playing, and then Josh Oliver. So really, how much money do we want to invest on a tight end? But again, he's an elite tight end, and
he's only 26.
I think he's gonna have a great year, and he's he could play at a high level till he's like 32 probably.
But I had brought that up. I had brought that up before when we first signed Josh Oliver. What if that's the plan? What if Kwesi?
You did that. I remember you saying that.
21 million. He comes in, he explodes on offense, and then you're like, TJ, you want 18 a year?
We got Josh Oliver.
Exactly. So
we'll see.
I
mean, obviously,
it's. I mean,
the chances of Josh Oliver being close to the player that TJ Hawkinson is probably very slim, but I think there's a good chance that Josh Oliver is going to be a lot better than what people think. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. It could definitely change some things when it comes to negotiations, but at the end of the day, I think the ball is probably more in TJ Hawkinson's court at this point. So
this may be the most we've ever talked about tight ends.
Well, that's because that's the only position that's playing well in preseason.
I mean, and Rapp, I assume you're talking under Kwesi. Because so far, he hasn't signed anybody to a long-term extension yet. And
one of the Rapp's big issues last night, and I agree with him, is that anytime we get a good player, he's too expensive. We need, we can't afford him.
But just for Kwesi, though, I assume.
Yeah,
right?
That's what he's talking about. It's his complaint about Kwesi.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Which I mean, and until we see him, spend some money on like a big long-term contract, I get it. He's bringing in that Wall Street type of thing, but also you got to know that if you got something hot, you got to keep it, right?
JJ, are you in tune with the cap ramifications of players and the money side of the ball? Is that something that interests you?
I don't really. I'm still trying to learn about that side of the sport. Like I got to learn more about like dead cap after you cut someone, or like stuff like that.
I think you're going to be on with Justin, and you go on at like a half an hour. You get on here half an hour early, so maybe he'll talk to you about that. He's pretty good about it.
Yeah, he is. He knows his
stuff.
It's
too much math and smart guy talk for me.
Yeah, just listen to what everyone else says. All right, we owe this much dead cap if we lose this guy. All right, then I make a decision. That's when I give my opinion. But
speaking of dead cap, I think if we get rid of Rager, we'll lose like $2 million, right? So
yeah. So we're gonna get into that when we get into this cut, because we'll have to bring that up for keeping cuts and all that good stuff. Other than that, is that all the news that we had, really? Right? Those were the two big ones.
Well, I mean,
today.
It looked like Murphy had a good day today.
I know I didn't get a chance to look at
I believe Benito brought that up earlier about all the highlights we saw, but he's like, are the Cardinals just that bad? I think it's a combination of both. We know we have good players, but that Cardinal team is going to be rough.
He's just paying him back for having to pay for his own lunch. On campus.
That's fair.
JJ don't get resigned. The whole
they had to pay for their own food. He's just paying them back in picks. You got to pick.
What's up, Bite Size Vikes? Welcome in.
I just changed my
But
Yeah, so-
outside of that, but yeah, I mean, there was a lot of big plays. I know Rager had a nice play. Addison was continuing to look good. I heard Daniil Hunter had a big day.
Cousins had a deep throw to JJ that looked great.
Yep, I heard the offensive line didn't look great. The interior, at least Brian O'Neill, was full go for some 11 on 11
awesome.
drills. So
Nice,
God, we
nice,
need
nice.
that.
Should the Vikings try to trade for Kyler Murray?
if you'd have asked me last year, I'd have said yes.
I
but
probably
not now.
would have, but now they're gonna want too much. That's
Well, and he's
gonna be
hurt.
a trade that they're gonna not too much for.
I showed you guys my tweet the other day
Which one was
Pace
it
got
again?
Pace got a pick six as well. I did see the
about people complaining about Kirk Cousins wearing his helmet on the sideline and Kyler Murray wearing a
training
sports
bra
bra in practice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Baker Mayfield had the same thing on today too.
Oh yeah,
No,
it's
I
like Johnny
seen it in
Simpson.
college too. I seen there's a couple of pictures of kids in college wearing it too.
Cardinals don't want to go back to their PSS facility after practicing at TCO. Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah,
Johnny,
that's
who.
so that brings me to another thing. Will KOC finally get his first preseason win this weekend?
Keep losing preseason games as long as you can keep going 13-4 in the regular season. That's all I care
I
about.
don't know. The
Yeah.
small
What's your
sample-
JJ, what's your prediction, man?
Like
You're gonna
for the roster,
No, if we're gonna win this weekend.
I'm starting to care less as the Vikings continue to disappoint me. I'm like, okay, you know what? It's just preseason, But let's say I was a Ravens fan, which I wouldn't be, obviously. But if my winning streak in the preseason just got ended, I wouldn't know how to feel. I wouldn't know how to feel about that,
Did I get that wrong? It was the Ravens that had the 24-game winning streak.
Yeah.
I thought it was the Commanders that did. It was the
No,
Ravens.
Yeah, it was the Ravens.
Oh, I got that completely wrong. Sorry, Rap. Last night I got that completely wrong.
Pitt. Oh, dang! I just.
I believe these conversations were back in April. They said at the combine, and then they kind of died off after that.
Yeah.
But they could come up again. I believe I saw that. I saw that same tweet.
I agree with JJ though that these for us. I mean, I don't know if I think as far as like 24 win streak, it's cool to see that, but at the same time,
Doesn't matter.
Even there, they're like, it is preseason, but at least it's at least you can be even more excited about preseason, especially if you're playing your backups like we only do as Vikings. We only play our backups, and that's it. We don't get to see any starters, nothing. So every game, I think this game for sure. I'm not surprised, Dave. That happens a lot.
Oh, the last time I saw
This is for you, Rap.
Oh. What were you saying, JJ?
the last time I
Getting
saw
old.
Kirk Cousins playing in a preseason game, Kirk. The last time he played in a preseason game was against the Broncos in preseason of 2018.
Is that really the last time?
Well, maybe. Well, I think so. Because I don't really ever see him in other preseason games,
That might be right. Yeah.
He definitely didn't these last two ever since KOC's second year, but yeah, he definitely hasn't since then. And I mean, I'm still on board where I want to see a little bit of starter play, but I know Casey and Dave's opinions are different.
I'm
than
fine
mine
with
on that.
seeing the interior offensive line.
I would have been fine if they played them like
like a drive.
the first half of the first preseason. I would have been completely fine with that.
Yeah, I just want to see something. Plus, you want to see not our offense, but our defense. It is a new system. It probably is a good idea to get some of these starters acclimated a little bit to that, but whatever. So this will probably be no starters. I'm assuming it's the last one, even though Aaron Rodgers is supposed to have his first playing time as a Jet this last preseason.
He's going to take a snap. He's going to turn around, hand it off to whoever,
And then
they're
he'll
gonna
be
run
done.
for 4 yards.
Yeah.
They're gonna pull him off the field.
Probably. But I mean, have we heard? I wonder who will even play in this game, because I wonder if we'll see any Jordan Addison in this third preseason game,
I doubt it.
or even Jalen Naylor. You think we'll
Wow.
see some Jalen Naylor in this third preseason?
I
game?
bet he'll. I mean,
I
if he's
could
healthy
see
enough to play, I
Jalen
could see
Naylor
him
playing. Yeah.
I've got
Yeah.
hype for him. I've definitely got hype for him.
Yeah.
Me too. And that's why I'm like, all right, we need one player on offense that we're excited to see. I mean, we can only get so much.
Outside of
Jalen
Nick
Rager and
Muse,
Brandon
you know,
Powell.
and-
Yeah, Nick
Yeah,
Muse. He's
and,
like
and
a
Aaron
super.
Dykes. I mean,
I
outside of those two
mean,
guys.
I think everybody's
Yeah.
I think everybody's kind of in agreement that we know we have in Nick Mullins. We know he's a solid backup. So let's put Jaron Hall out there with the twos and see what he does. I think that's
Right.
if you really want to see what you have in him.
I would like to see that. Yeah.
And a
Well-
little bit of Jordan Teamu.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
probably see him.
Yeah,
It'll be
we'd have
interesting.
him play like the last quarter or something.
Well, and that's what you got to wonder. Did they bring him in so that Mullins can rest this week, and then you just play each of them?
I feel like
you
that's the
play Jaren
case.
all 3 quarters, and then Tiamu the last quarter, or something like that. But
Yeah,
I think
we
that
should be
was
able to.
I think that was the reasoning, honestly.
Yeah, it has
very
to
well
be.
could be.
It has to be. So speaking of those players, 53-man roster prediction. I know it's been a popular subject this week. We're gonna be talking about it here and have a little activity, I guess, interactive thing that we're gonna do. What is your guys' thoughts on the 53? Is there any big actually, you know what? Let's just jump into it right away. Let's just jump into it. So we kind of know the players that absolutely will make the 53-man roster, and then we probably know a lot of these players that probably won't make it. So I made this list of
We know
players.
Johnny Munt's a lock.
Johnny Munt's
a lock.
Yeah, he's got to be a lock.
He's the best third tight end in the league.
Yeah,
by far.
I
There's
mean,
2
I
people in
like.
here.
he was.
Hey JJ and
Oh.
crew, what's up? What's up?
We are
What's up,
blocking
JJ?
JJ's
Stop.
face.
Oh yeah. Here,
Hey,
I'll let
put
him
JJ above me. There
Yeah.
we go. They can
There we
block
go.
my face all day.
There we go. Tristan.
Yeah, Tristan Jackson.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
my
that.
first cut on this list. I'm kidding.
Oh, come on.
I'm kidding.
We're gonna dive into it. JJ, did you have something to say before we just jump into this?
I like a whole lot of these players here. That's all I
right.
can say.
Let's start with Jaren Hall. What do we think of Jaren Hall? Are we feeling a keep or a cut?
Keep.
Interesting.
Because of the new rules, we're keeping the third quarterback, and he's a 5th-round pick.
Because does that still go against our 53?
Yeah,
man
53,
roster?
but
Yeah.
not
game
the,
day
not
roster.
the game day 46.
Yeah, not the game day 46. So we are keeping him instead of another player.
Ooh, SK says cut Hall.
Uncle SK is so against Jaren Hall. Like, he wants us to cut Hall so badly.
It just doesn't make sense that Kwesi
This
was
is
cut in.
this is
gonna-
JJ's show, so I'm
I was
going
gonna
with
put
what
him in
JJ.
the cut and sneak him onto the practice squad.
He cut a
If he
third
can.
string quarterback last year. I don't think, and then now I'm like, he's going to give this kid more than one preseason to cut him. He definitely.
But I don't think he's shown enough yet to where a team
up,
is going to
Joey
poach him
Hawkins?
to put him on their 53.
Waste of a
Right.
roster spot.
But yeah, but it don't. But why, if you're going to put him on the 53 anyways, because you're going to dress him for games.
Well, I mean, but
You know what I'm
maybe they won't. Maybe they're fine with Kirk and Mullins.
I
worst
just
case
with
scenario,
the, with
Kirk
the
gets
with
hurt,
the
then
new
you pull
with
him
the
up.
rules on concussions, being kicked, spotters telling you have to leave the game, and then you have any type of symptoms, you're going to be out for the game. Well, you only have 2 quarterbacks. Yeah, I just feel like everybody's keeping a third quarterback on the 53.
We'll see, because we got a lot of players that he would have. I mean, when we did our predictions, man, we'd be cutting some.
I'm not
players.
opposed to what you're saying. I just think the new rules, I just don't.
It's
Practicality
definitely-
of things is,
Yeah.
I just think they're keeping him.
Yeah, and that is definitely a good point. Dwayne McBride. How are you feeling about Dwayne McBride?
I think he's a cut in practice squad.
Cut.
Yes,
Cut and practice squad, yeah.
I do think that unless he like really wows us
this
this
week.
last game,
That's what's going to be interesting is see. I mean,
he did improve though,
this last one he did score a touchdown, kind of short.
and he had a decent run and caught a ball, and for like 10 yards even.
So I'm going to put these guys next to each other, because are you guys still in the belief that there's a chance we just keep either Jalen Reagor or Brandon Powell, or do you think we keep them both?
All 4 of these next ones, the 4 receivers really intrigue me to see what they're going to do.
What are we thinking?
I think that Jalen Reagor, first of all, is a keep, and I'll explain why.
Go ahead.
Because we all know Jalen Reagor has pretty good speed, and we've seen the way that the 49ers have used Deebo Samuel as like a running back who takes jet sweeps, jet tosses, things like that, ever
Right.
since 2021. So I think that if we can do the same for Jalen Reagor, then maybe what he can really show is athleticism and the skills that he has on this team, and stay if the Vikings use him that way. 'Cause I really think we should. Because
Me too.
his speed's there, and his talent's there. I mean, week 5 against the Bears, I mean, Kirk Cousins faked all of us out with a fake handoff to Alexander Madison, then a quick jet toss to Jalen Reagor, who juked the man for a touchdown. So it's showing us a glimpse of what he can do if we use him the same way the Niners use Debo.
It's a fair point, for sure.
Yeah. The good take right there, JJ. Good
So then,
take.
if you're
Great
keeping
take.
Reagor, are you cutting Powell then, JJ? Is that kind of what you're?
I want
'Cause
them both so bad,
want 'em
but
both?
it's like I don't know. I really want them both.
It's
Joey Hawking thinks.
so if
we're
we're gonna do this, JJ. So we're only gonna keep 2 of these 4 players, including
This would
Reagor.
mean that we're keeping 6 receivers.
So
if we keep
if you keep Powell, that means we don't keep Tristan and we don't keep N'Keal Harry. Is that what you would want to do? Or would you say Powell in the cut and you'd like to keep one of these 2?
Wow, this is hard. Can one of them go to the practice squad, or can both of them go to the? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
Yeah,
I
if
think,
they make waivers, if they pass
mean,
waivers.
Tristan Jackson made it all last year on the practice squad. Well,
Yeah.
hold it. He was IR'd. Never mind.
Yeah.
Powell
He
to
got
the
hurt in
practice
preseason.
squad.
So
I think
we're gonna
Powell.
All right, so we have N'Keal Harry and Tristan Jackson. Which one of these 2 make the 53 roster, and which one goes through waivers and potentially practice squad?
Tristan Jackson by an inch.
Okay.
All right. Tristan Jackson, SK's done it. SK's got his guy. Skull Vikings, let's win the game. All right, let's go. Grand is here. Let's go.
Oh, hey, do you want to sing the song again there, JJ?
Skull Vikings, let's win this game. Skull Vikings, honor your name. Go get the first down. Go get a touchdown. Rock 'em, sock 'em, fight. Skull Vikings, run up the score. You'll hear us yell for more. VIKINGS. Skull Vikings, let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Talent, man.
Couple weeks. That's going to be us at the game. It's going to be us. Can't wait. I can't wait.
Cut Kurt, says Too Evil.
Cut Kurt.
So N'Keal Harry's cut.
So N'Keal Harry is cut.
Yeah, I was hoping maybe he'll play this next game.
We actually have our list. We didn't put it up yet, right, Casey?
No, we did not.
So after this show, we will be posting our 53 roster predictions. So it'll be interesting to see who we have on there.
And I have a live reveal tomorrow with Johnny NFL, my 53. So
let's go. A lot of 53s coming up.
7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Let's go. That needs to be the intro to a show. Dude, that would be a sweet intro, JJ. You doing the song? I like that. That'd be sweet. That was and you could probably get a remix. You send that to Yogi. Man, he's gonna turn that into something nice.
yeah, Uncle Yogi's that guy.
Yeah, he is. Nice, JJ. Let's go. All right. To the preseason MVP,
Nick Muse.
Nick Muse.
Automatic keep. Automatic lock. Keep.
That's what you want. You want him on the squad?
Hard.
I want him on the team. 53 man.
All right. So we're gonna go with 4 tight ends going into the season.
And then Oli Udo, I feel really mad that I have to do this because of how much of a penalty machine he is. But we're gonna have to keep him because
we don't have anyone else.
Yeah, other than Blake Brandel. But what about after Blake Brandel?
Well, yeah, and Blake Brandel is probably Oli Udo is, because of the exact reason you said, is probably a lock to make the 53. Same with Brandel. So I agree with you on that.
He's not playing like he should make it, though.
No,
oh my
not.
God.
We don't got any other choices. That's the situation we're in. All right, so we got Azizi.
Azizi, I think it is.
Azizi Atamawo.
I say it wrong every single time.
Former Gopher Sky
I used to pronounce it as Seizi Otamehu.
Otamehu. That works. It's close.
It's not bad.
To be honest, I don't even really know how you say it.
I should probably go look that up. If he makes the 53-man roster, I'm gonna make sure I know how to say his name.
Oh, JJ Gary's calling you out in the chat here. We need to discuss the Muse keep, please.
Okay.
Papa Gary, have you not seen the way he's been playing in the preseason? Or no? You know.
He has been a stud.
The issue I have if we're keeping 6, this is the practical side of things. If we
Yeah,
keep 6
true.
receivers and 4 tight ends, that means we might be only keeping like 5 cornerbacks.
That is true.
And things like that. That's
Well, hey,
that's the
but
hard thing
also,
because in my head now I think we have 27 offensive players.
Yeah.
but also, I mean, like, it started in his ear, now it's his back. TJ Hawkinson, he might have a calf problem by next week, maybe an ankle injury after that. So we might need Nick Muse for the depth.
But I bet if you give him his extension now, all that stuff will magically go away.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah,
within the next 24
Absolutely.
hours.
Oh yeah, he'll be
Like,
ready to roll.
Is Nick
feeling
Muse
better-
the best
better than ever.
4th tight end in the league? Is the Nick Muse the best 4th
Oh,
tight
he
end in the league?
definitely is.
Yeah.
But how about this? We're gonna challenge you, JJ. So we're going to keep either 5 wide receivers and 4 tight ends, or 3 tight ends and 6 wide receivers. So if you want to keep Nick Muse, we have to get rid of Rager or Tristan Jackson.
That's not nice. Come on.
Hey, we're all decisions are not easy, man. Be
Yeah.
the GM here. You got to
Yeah.
make a choice.
Yep.
What if I don't want to be the GM? I'm just an analyst here.
That's a good point. But
Yeah, I do remember Kwesi saying, though, after we released Amir Smith-Marset, which was a decision, but, we could have easily gotten Oli Udo. We could have easily cut Oli Udo, gotten him on the practice squad or something last year, and kept Amir Smith-Marset and Jalen Rager. You could have had 2 Debo Samuels on our team. But
I mean, Amir Smith-Marset got cut by the Bears last year, mid-season.
I say we get rid of Jalen Rager. It's hard, but
Ooh, you want to keep Muse over Rager? Okay.
Muse and Tristan Jackson over Rager. Okay.
So we have no punt returner.
Oh yeah,
That's
so
another
that's
Rager.
good.
That's
That's
a
a
good
rough
point.
one.
All right, it's gonna be
Uh,
all right. We'll put it against this. It's gonna be Tristan Jackson or Nick Muse.
You keep changing the rules.
I'm sorry, JJ.
Only
I'm
because-
sorry.
only because the only 2
We need
guys
a
like
punt-
our
Dave
punt
makes a good
returners
point.
really are Rager and Powell.
true.
Oh yeah, he does.
See
have
how hard
one,
it is on
that's
offense, man.
I believe in Tristan Jackson to make it out of the practice squad and get on the team.
right. Okay, so you're gonna go with Nick Muse. All right, 5 tight end or 5 wide receivers, and Nick Muse is our 4th tight end, which he has been the guy in preseason. There's no question about it. All right, so that brings us back to Sezi or CZ. Make me
You see
say
this?
the name
All,
once.
all,
Make me
all
say the
sales
name
are
again.
final.
Yep,
All
all
sales
sales
are
are final.
I
Nope,
think
not
he can
on this
also,
show.
I think he can also make it out of the practice squad.
Yeah, that's
He
fair.
could.
He
He
could.
He
could.
definitely could.
He played in Week 18 against the Bears the last year.
Yeah.
You're cutting the only gopher. Oh boy.
All right.
Well,
What round was he? Was he 6th?
6th, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was 6th.
Kevin O'Connell called him one of the best value picks in this whole draft.
Yeah.
I mean, in last year's draft.
last year's draft.
Last year's draft.
Yeah,
Yep.
it could have been.
Roger, what's going
It
on?
could have been, and he still has potential. So maybe I agree. I think there's a good chance he makes it through waivers and goes to practice squad, but there could be a team out there that might stick him in there. I mean, he hasn't had a really big chance yet, but he's looked solid so far. How about this guy? Because this guy would have probably been on most people's cut at one point, but so far he's been looking pretty good in preseason.
Luigi Villain.
Yeah.
Well, in preseason games, he's been getting sacks. He's been pressuring quarterbacks. He's even been dropping back into coverage and intercepting some footballs. And you could use Luigi Villain as either a stand-up outside linebacker because he can very well drop back into coverage and get an interception. We saw that.
Mm-hmm.
But he could also definitely rush the quarterback. And I remember watching him in Week 6 of 2022 against the Dolphins. No, he didn't get any pressures. No, he didn't get any sacks. But he looked hungry out there. He was beating all kinds of offensive linemen, but it's just that Teddy Two Gloves out there just got rid of the ball really quickly.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, definitely keep him. He's the
All
villain.
right.
I mean, come
Let's
on.
go.
And-
Right?
yeah.
The
And finally a
Villain
player with a
Oh,
cooler name.
I know.
on
That
this
is
He's
that
Canadian.
is a cool name.
Is he really Canadian?
Yep, he's Canadian. And Andre Carter, nope, cut.
He's on the cut.
Ooh.
He runs around just to run around. He plays like that kid who tried to play football blind. He just ran. I saw him running around. He just ran around to just run around. You know, see, I don't think he knows how to run around the right
I
way.
want to see him hit the weight room on the practice squad for a year.
Yeah, so you think there's a chance that if you sent him to practice squad, someone else wouldn't take a chance on his potential? I mean, 53, putting him on 53 at this point seems like it could be risky for another team, but this guy has insane upside.
He wasn't drafted, though. There was a reason.
But he wasn't drafted. That's absolutely fair point.
I don't want this to turn out.
It could have been in too insane of upside. I just think I think you'd
make it through the waivers.
Guy is worth the risk.
Yeah.
You know, there's not really many good backups on their defense. It's like it's on the line, anyways.
If we release someone, I feel like this has always been a curse for the Vikings in the past. You get this random guy, you don't like him because he's been playing bad in preseason. You release him, and then he's all of a sudden one of the best players in the league on another team.
Hey, that's not just a Vikings thing. That's a Minnesota sports thing in general. David Ortiz, anybody. You live out in the area. I mean, David Ortiz, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Boston, yeah. David Ortiz, yeah, there's too many of those guys.
Troy Dye.
How are we feeling?
Keep him. Now that he finally wears gloves.
We have to keep him, too.
We don't really have a choice. There's not much depth there unless it's I think it's going to be between these guys, Troy Dye or Troy Reeder, who have the same name.
Battle of the Troys.
Troys.
I picked the Troy. You finally decided to wear gloves. So Troy Reeder's out of here.
Yeah, all right. Troy Reeder's on the cut.
Now this next one's a fun one.
Yeah, only issue I had with that what I had said about the two Troys was Reeder had like 6 tackles and Dye only had 2, but I saw Dye in the game. You know, I saw him make 2 nice plays and he got the pick.
Yeah,
he got that pick, and I'm like, okay, he's starting to look like a good player. I don't know, but Reeder had the production, but definitely Troy Dye seems to be a better like pass defender.
Yeah, that's what it seems so far in the preseason and everything. But what you
Reeder
said
looked
about
lost
Troy
out
Reeder,
there the first game trying to cover people. He
does have, more experience and everything, Troy Reeder, and that's kind of the reason why we brought him in. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did end up deciding to keep him around just because of that. But yeah, let's go to the big one here. This is like the one that's probably the most interesting or the most it's like a 50-50 thing within these Vikings community on whether Andrew Booth Jr. should get cut or not. So what are we feeling here, JJ, on Andrew Booth?
Keep. It looked bad. It would look bad for Kwesi, like, to cut a player, a second-round player, after one season and a few training camps.
I 100% agree. And second-round pick, traded up for him.
Yeah.
I don't think Kwesi's going to let that go. I mean, if we see nothing from him this season, I wouldn't be surprised if we let him go in the offseason. But I think he has too much tied to Andrew Booth right now, where it's hard for me to think that that we would let him go right now. And if we did, I do not believe Andrew Booth makes it through waivers. I think another team definitely takes their shot at him.
We can definitely trade him, though. I mean, that wouldn't result in as much dead cap, if any dead cap at all.
Yeah,
that we'd owe, because
if we trade, we would get we would not spending a second on him just a year ago. I mean, if we'd be lucky to get like a 6th rounder at this point. I don't know what his value is. I'd rather probably take my chances with him being good than trading him. And then him being a stud.
Think about this. Some of the people I wanted to get for Trey Lance wanted Booth gone. I'm like, Trey Lance got 4 things and they're getting rid of him. I had 4 games, they're getting rid of him. Booth has 0, basically, except for some special teams play. And we want to get rid of him, and he's a 2nd-round pick. Obviously, the Kwesi giving up on a 2nd-round pick is not going to happen. And I think people are only mad at him over like 2 plays in this preseason. That missed tackle, but if he makes that tackle, it would have been an awesome play, right? And I think you can teach better form on tackling. Lewis Cine got burnt, but you guys had him in one of your winners of the game, right? So I feel like, yeah, Booth's going to turn it around. I really think that he's got all the physical talent in the world to turn this around. You just got to get more comfortable, more playing time. That's what I feel. He's made some really good plays, and he's been there in the run game.
Yeah,
and
he has been.
They didn't even throw his way except for one time. That the first game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
He seemed to be doing his job, and I think other people have said the same thing that watched all 22. It's like, hey, we saw him like do his job the entire game except for that one play. Yeah.
Not going to get, we just won't get enough in the trade. Someone else did mention the trade though, but I don't think, obviously, I think we got to keep him. Najee Thompson, the guy that's Rap's boy, was on his podcast, fan within, Purple Gang for sure, comes out here and looks like a rock star on special teams. How do you feel about Najee Thompson, JJ?
We're keeping him. I mean, he's an absolute stud, and seems like a great person. Even seems like seems like a great person outside of football too.
Yeah.
And I did see his interview with Uncle Rap too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a cool one.
Unfortunately, Najee.
Go ahead.
Okay, Najee Thompson did suffer some concussion symptoms after that special teams tackle. Unfortunately, Kevin O'Connell said he clarified it, confirmed it, but I think we still keep him.
I mean, and Matthew Slater of the Patriots shown you can make a career out of being a really good special teamer. So
yeah, especially a punt gunner. You got to be there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
And just looking at the cornerback room, if we keep him, right, Byron now, does Joejuan Williams make the team then?
I think so. I think you go in with 6 corners, including Najee. Obviously, with Najee being the mostly for special teams.
I would rather have Najee Thompson if I had my choice over Joejuan Williams. But I think they both make it. And you keep 6 corners.
That's what I think too. Because you also have this guy. So Jay Ward, what was he, a 4th round pick or 3rd round pick? 4th round. 4th round pick. Okay, 4th round pick, Jay Ward. He's shown some flashes. He's shown some nice tackling. Otherwise, I mean, nothing too crazy yet. But he is that guy who could probably fit right into the nickel spot at some point. So it is kind of a hybrid player if you did decide to keep 5 corners or whatever, or you could keep him as well. What do we think on Jay Ward?
Well, that's another point. If we could get rid of Joejuan Williams and keep a Jay Ward, and that way we don't keep 6 cornerbacks and 5 safeties. You know what I'm saying? It's 11 players that we'd keep in the secondary.
Yeah.
So I mean, we did draft him and name him a cornerback, but we got him on the depth chart as a safety. So if we keep him, that's Harrison Smith, Cameron Bynum, Lewis Cine, Josh Metellus, and Jay Ward. And Jay Ward has deserved to make the team. And he's a 4th round pick. He's making
exactly.
the team.
This year. So is that what we feel JJ makes the team?
Yes. Jay Ward makes the team.
Jay Ward makes. All right. Here we have it.
I got another keeper cut. Keep or cut Ryan Clark from ESPN.
Cut.
That was an easy cut.
Cut.
Yeah, easy cut.
I just saw his name pop up on Twitter.
Let me replace him.
Get JJ in there. He's ready for it, I think, after this podcast.
Again, you'd be the best dressed guy on ESPN too.
Let's go. All right, there we have it. Keeps Jaron Hall, Jalen Reagor, Nick Muse, Oli Udoh, Jay Ward, Luigi Villian, Troy Dye, Andrew Booth Jr., and Najee Thompson. Cut Dwayne McBride, Brandon Powell, N'Keal Harry, Tristan Jackson, Azizi Atameo, Andre Carter, and Troy Reeder. Let's go.
Tua said he's gonna smack him if he I did see that.
Dude, that's so funny.
Did he?
Yeah, Tua said, because what did he say about Tua? That I didn't read what he actually said about Tua, but then Tua said like to keep his name out of his mouth and stuff.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't 100% remember what it was either. I know he said something. I think he said something about.
Is he trying to be Stephen A. Smith or something? You know?
Yeah, he's trying to be.
Like.
Oh no! I mean, yeah, he must be, because obviously, like, not putting JJ in your top 5. No. That's what he has to do. I mean, if he doesn't put JJ in his top 5, another JJ needs to come and take his job.
He also said that what's the receiver for Steelers, that he had more talent.
Oh yeah.
more talent than.
Oh
JJ.
yeah, I got it confused. It was
And then he bashed Kirk Cousins. Like,
it was
for
the
like
Pickens
5
thing.
minutes.
This is what he said right here. He said it doesn't look like he followed his
Mm.
nutritionist plan. He looks heavy. Spent too much time at the tattoo parlor.
Dang.
Oh Jesus! You attack someone personally, that's a problem.
Yeah, and he's
Unless you're
Samoan.
Ezekiel Elliott, then
He's-
you're allowed to call someone fat.
He's Samoan, so obviously they get the tribal tattoos and all that stuff. So no,
Yeah.
because that's what he said too. That's what he said. Like, I'm Samoan. Like, we are. I don't know. Said
Like
something
he
about.
said we're built on respect, and but we'll get after you
He's
if we
a
have
good
to.
dude,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, definitely.
I hate when people. It's so sad when people attack like really good people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's people out there. There's just people out there.
Oh,
like that,
Dave,
but-
is this by any chance started by everybody attacking Kirk Cousins? We won't go there. We won't go there. But also, yeah, probably.
It did because that was the first time I ever. Because that was the first time I ever knew who he was. Honestly, I stopped watching ESPN a long time ago.
Same.
Yeah, it's because we watch Bleacher Report.
Yeah, because honestly, I
not a
did. I
sponsor?
skipped the Bleacher Report. The only thing I go on to ESPN is to look at scores, the scoreboard, and their stats. That's the only reason I go to ESPN.
I use them
Well,
for
yeah,
fantasy
Curtis is a bad
football,
guy.
but
Yeah, I guess I did.
Yeah,
that,
fantasy football. I
but
still
haven't-
like it for fantasy football. Speaking of that, tomorrow on Purple and Scold Media, our sport betting show, we are going to have a live fantasy draft that we paid $50 for. All the winnings will go to get a giveaway. So anybody watching this, we need you in there to help draft our team for that.
for sure.
People who try to get people out of their element, like someone else we know in the Vikings community, right? People who try to get people out of their element, like someone else we know in the Vikings community. I think I can't.
I think we
caught
pick
your
up what you're
drift.
putting down.
It's not a good sign if people understand what you mean pretty quick. But yeah, any thoughts on any more thoughts on the 53-man roster? Anybody I forgot in there as far as fringe players?
The only guy I'm concerned about on that list was, well, I really like Tristan Jackson. He looks like he's a solid receiver. And I thought of that. I thought that when he came out, when I did my review of the draft, and I did my review of our receiver room, and I said Tristan Jackson's an NFL player. But he's actually better, a little bit better
Let's
than
go.
I thought he would be looking right now in this career. But Powell being, I think, a better punt returner than Reagor, and that might save his job. That might save him making the team, and we may keep Reagor in.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
definitely still a
so
possibility.
it's a
I mean,
possibility.
KOC has had good things to say about both of them.
Yeah,
so
he
far.
has. He says he said it was that's gonna be one of the hardest decisions.
And
Yeah.
I know
What
Gabe
receivers to keep.
Henderson tweeted today that they both look really good at receiver and at punt returner today as well. So there's
That's
that.
With the hashtags go again, everybody in here. Another show, another Justin Jefferson rookie card giveaway. Hashtags go in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channels. Specifically, go subscribe to JJ Vikings. His YouTube account is in the description below. Link to his YouTube account is in the description below. Actually, you know what? Let me go grab that.
It's a little hard to search when you search YouTube and you start with JJ Vikings. A lot of Justin Jefferson videos come up.
Got it right here.
So
If anybody has not
helps.
subscribed,
It
two
helps.
times. Hit it twice. Yeah, go subscribe to JJ Vikings if you haven't already.
Absolutely. JJ, how long has your channel been up for?
About 10 months now.
10 months? Cool.
Nice.
Started
Nice.
I started a day before the week 1 Packers game. Vikings Packers.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice.
Wow. And we're just now getting to know you. That's crazy.
So
Say
what's
YouTube
the
algorithm.
future plan for you? I know someone mentioned you want to get into broadcasting. Is that kind of the
Yeah, definitely. When I was 10 years old, though, I thought about doing a live commentary, but I thought later that wasn't really it for me. I think I'm fine with pregame and postgame analysis. That's where I strive the most.
okay?
There's a pretty prestigious broadcasting school up in the Northeast. What's that? Do you know what that's called, guys? I'll have to look it up.
But I think
Let's
JJ,
go.
how old are you?
13 now.
Mm-hmm.
13. Well, the fact that you're 13 years old and you can get on the camera and be perfectly comfortable with it. That's a great
Yeah.
start.
It
It
took
gets you a lot of
me. I was afraid to do that.
I would have been a
until I was-
stuttering, slobbering mess.
I wouldn't even
at 13
even have
years
did it at your age. It took me 28 years, 29 years to face that.
At your
fear.
age, I'm not sure computers were invented when I was at your age.
Yeah.
Just
It wasn't even a thing. He would have been.
I'm just kidding.
See, Dave could have been one of the first ones on the internet.
The 3.5-inch floppy was not invented yet. I think we were still using those 5 1/4.
Right at the end, they finally got typewriters, got away from the printing press. You know, all
That's
that
how I
stuff.
learned to type, was on a typewriter. So,
Do the type and put the bar back over so it goes to the left again.
ding.
JJ, do you know what a typewriter is?
Yes.
Okay, good. It's testing the
Okay.
age a little bit.
Do you know how to dial a number on a rotary phone? Do you know what a rotary phone is?
That's this thing, right?
You
Yeah.
used to have to stick your finger in and move the phone around. I guess you guys probably never use those either.
No. My
grandparents
when
had
I was
one.
little, yeah, people had one still, and then they went out pretty much quick. They used the old CB radios. Times have changed, man. I mean,
And they keep on changing.
yeah, and that's why
I never thought one day I'd be like back in my day, and then here I am back in my day.
with JJ on here, he's 12 years old already on. You're talking about the future right now. What we're doing right here is massive, and it's only something that's going to get exponentially bigger as the future goes. This is huge. So the fact that you're doing that now is massive, man. And I can't imagine what things are going to look like for you in the future. But it's going to be something good because you're learning such a valuable skill in our time. So
Oh yeah, and I'm
That's
13 by
awesome.
the way. You said 12.
13. Sorry. 13.
When you
13.
enter the Broadcasting Hall of Fame, can you
Yeah,
send
you
an
gotta call-
invitation?
You got
I'll
to call
probably
up
be
the
dead.
uncles.
I'll
You gotta
probably
call
be
the
dead, but could you send an invitation to my son and he could show up?
Hey, pineapple Dave. Don't think like that.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean-
right.
Positive.
Nah, Dave will live over 100.
We are 37 years apart, though. So.
Hey, that might be coming sooner than we think for JJ.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dave for a second. I'm like, Jamie, come on now, don't be nice.
That's awesome.
I would never say that.
Anyway,
I'm with
though,
JJ.
back to Vikings related content, which is what we like to stick to on this show, but sometimes it just does go off the rails. Like that. What else we got?
I'm gonna a little shout out to Raymond here. He's wearing he won my Chuck Foreman 44 jersey.
Oh, let's go.
And he has
Gotta
that
win.
as his icon. I guess I don't know if I put 2 and 2 together yet till now, but I appreciate that, man. Thanks for doing
Absolutely. How Mars and-
JJ will get to witness landing on Mars and further. So jealous. That is a good point. He's going to be able to see. Man, I mean, we might be all living in VR. That's one thing. I mean, you might be doing your broadcast in virtual reality at some point during all of this. For all I know,
What are things that will happen when JJ is broadcasting? Let's see.
virtual reality for sure.
There'll
That
be
will
an NFL
definitely
team in
be a
London.
thing.
There'll be an NFL
You're
team
going to
in
be
Mexico.
at the game. You're going to be in the same room as JJ commentating in virtual reality.
Yeah.
And the Vikings Stadium. US Bank. If it's still US Bank at that point, who knows what it'll be then, but that would probably change. AI JJ. Yeah.
JJ.
I'm surprised there's already not an AI JJ yet. JJ, who's more excited, you or your mom? You talking about for the Vikes game?
Probably me. But
I bet she's super proud of you, man.
Yeah.
I
It's
bet
okay,
she's
too.
just I would be so proud of my son if he was able to do. Yeah,
If
it
you
gets to
could
a point
count-
where he can do something like this.
if you could count like how excited she is for me, then it might be like a tie.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Uh,
fair. No,
that's
dude, that's
great.
awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. It's gonna be cool to meet you.
Mhm.
Same with all these people in the chat. We get to meet Gary, get to meet the rest of the Purple Gang. It's going to be a really good time. I'm super excited. You got it, Dave. Thank you. And Mr. Foreman. Let's go. Let's go.
For sure.
So I am going to run this JJ card here. I'm going to bring it up. Let's see what we got. 12 entries. Got to be here to win. Hashtag so. Hey, we got Dylan in the building. Really, really late, but just in time to say JJ is the GOAT. Skull Gang, let's go. What up, Eli? What's up, Eli? Welcome in. Made it in time because we're giving away a Justin Jefferson rookie card. All you got to do is hashtag Skull in the comments. Like the video, subscribe. Go subscribe to our channel, GG Sports Podcast, Minnesota Sports Talk, and definitely go subscribe to JJ Vikings. His YouTube link is in the description. Big time, big time, big time, big time. If I win, I'm donating to JJ. No, what? Actually, I think you'll have to let me know what your address and stuff after that. But no, I'm gonna give JJ 2 Justin Jefferson JJ rookie cards as well, just for popping into the show with us, JJ. So after this show, definitely hit up Rap, hit up whoever you have to do, get in contact with me, and I'll send these out to your house. Shouldn't take long, since I mean, you're probably only like 30
I'll
minutes
forward
away
you
from
his
me.
email address. I'll forward you his mom looks at his email. So
perfect. So I'm gonna hit you up in the email. I'm gonna send you some JJ rookie cards yourself, and then hey, if Gary wins, you'll get a third one.
I'll do that now.
So let's run this thing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Who we got? JJ, Justin Jefferson, JJ Vikings. Raymond Hoagland.
Speaking of winners.
Speaking of big winners.
On a roll. Let's go, Raymond Hoagland.
Wow.
Raymond, you're in here. Raymond, have you won a card before? Either way, hit us up on any of our social medias. See if you're in here. Is Raymond Hoagland in here? You were just in here 2 seconds ago.
Still in here.
He's got to be in here.
He just commented. So.
Let's go, Raymond.
So let's, just for the fun of it, let's do score predictions for Saturday's game.
Okay.
Oh, come on. I don't want that. It's preseason, and I don't really I've lost hope for our preseason Vikings. Not the regular season, but preseason.
We'll be winning 7-6, we'll be winning 9-7 at halftime, and then we'll lose 24-9.
I like the way that sounds. Keep the winless preseason alive, so we can go 13-4 in the regular season. I'm down.
But you're still staying on top by halftime every time, which is important.
We haven't won a preseason game since 2019.
Dang, I didn't know it was that bad.
Wow, yeah.
Was that
Crazy.
the Taylor Heineke come from behind win game? Was that one?
Might have been.
Or is that 2018?
Maybe not.
There he is.
I think that was before that, actually.
The Vikings had a chance at him too back in 2017 to keep him.
Yo, Raymond, do you have us?
Taylor Heineke.
Do you have us on Twitter and stuff? Have you won a card before? Either way, you should hit us up. Actually, no. What? Actually, let me do this.
Ah, that's right. Kyle Sloter. Yep, that is correct.
Kyle Sluter? Wow.
Hey, Raymond, if you go here as well, you can hit our email. I'm pretty sure you've won a card before. It's just been a minute.
There was no preseason in 2020, though.
Just hit us up,
guess
Raymond.
we could use that as a tiny excuse.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like
excuse.
it's enough. I don't feel like it's enough, though.
Hey, Jamie, I just sent JJ's email address to you.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll hit you up for sure right after the show.
Any other thoughts before we sign off for the evening?
I wish the preseason game just kind of feel the same way as JJ. Just wish it was a little bit more eventful. Definitely going to be watching the whole thing, but we don't really have a choice. So
Hey, there we go.
can I get a hell yeah for the greatest guys being on Bleacher Report? Hey, let's go, Dylan. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Is Dylan Dotson related to Jahan Dotson of the Washington Commanders?
That'd be crazy,
That
Dylan.
would be. He looked pretty good the other night.
He's going to be a
Jahan
stud.
Dotson did.
Well, he had like 8 touchdowns last season while injured. A decent amount of touchdowns. Oh, okay, Raymond. Hey, if you want to hit our email that's in there, or follow us on Twitter or Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff's in the description. Just hit us up on there so I can get your mailing address or whatever, so I can make sure to send this card to the right place. Appreciate it, Raymond. That's awesome. It's nice to get a new one. Because I've given some, like, Skull Mafia is on a heater. He's won, like, everything I've had recently.
Yeah.
Gary won one of our last ones. JJ, when you live schedule for next week? Oh, yeah, what's your live schedule for next week?
My live schedule?
I don't think
Yeah,
it goes live.
Do you go live on your channel?
Yeah, but that's normally for pregame and postgame kind of stuff, not for, like, during the game. I could try that, but with the way I watch games, I'm like over a minute behind than the live TV.
When
Yeah.
I assume you're flying out, JJ?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not walking. When do you leave?
Thursday.
Thursday. Nice.
Yeah, because I have a show with Hannah Flood of Fox 9
Ooh,
before the game.
Watching
Or
that.
on Friday, I believe.
Do you know what time you land on Thursday? Because that's when. Oh, I
don't care as long as I get there safely and on time.
Well, I mean, I might be in the same I might be in the same airport as you that day, so I was wondering.
I got I'm going.
Now that I think of it, I fly in Wednesday, so I.
So what all do you have going on that weekend, JJ? So you have Fox 9.
Well, if you didn't know, I'm meeting Paul Allen too.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's awesome. Because that's when we'll tell everybody what you said before we hopped on here. What are you gonna tell when you go meet Paul Allen? What are you gonna tell him?
That I'm coming for his job.
Let's go.
I'm definitely coming for his job. Yep.
Let's go. You heard it. You heard it here.
Do not even smile. Let him know you mean 100% business.
Dude, I hope
if
you say that would literally be the greatest thing of all
Mr.
time.
Paul Allen, sir, I'm coming for your job.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Mom just put it in the chat. I'm landing at 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, I realize I'm flying in Wednesday, so
that's
funny
because I get.
But that's
there
when I'm coming in on Wednesday. We could have been the same airport.
Dave, I thought you were coming in Saturday.
No, I'm going to South Dakota for a few days.
Where are you guys flying out of, JJ? You guys flying out near Boston, or is there a closer airport to you?
We're flying out of Boston because the closer airports don't have a direct flight.
That's crazy,
even though I like multiple flights because that gives me opportunities to see cities better, and I just like flying in general. I love flying.
Yeah. I land in Minneapolis on Friday at 1:30 out of Boston. So that would have been pretty crazy if it did land, if it landed on the same day.
Jamie, I meant to ask that. Am I picking you up from the airport then, or are you Ubering?
No, I'm going to have to, because I'll be at the airport before you're done with work,
right? That's true, yeah.
So I'm just going to go to like a coffee shop and stuff and work on some stuff. And then after that, have you pick me up.
This is the segment of our show where we talked about our travel plans.
Yeah. Hey, it's Skullfest. Actually, that's what I was working on.
Yeah.
This is
that's our segue into Skullfest.
This works with Vikings, you know?
Yeah.
Here, let me see here.
Well, JJ, you're getting picked up at the airport by Tommy Kramer in a limo?
Yep. Purple limo.
Let's go.
Purple limo. That's awesome.
That is I think awesome. It's purple. I don't know.
Man, I'm so excited for you.
Paul Krause and his hot rod. That'd have been cool.
Look what can happen when you put yourself out there and work hard, you know?
Dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's facts.
And I told you, JJ, be you. Don't listen to other people.
Yeah. And I feel like I think you know that.
Yeah, I forgot this is gonna be Skull Mafia's first plane ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I land Saturday 8:45 a.m. I'm assuming, right? Skull Mafia.
I hope so.
Hey, what up, Shane Jackson? Oh, yep. Again, everybody subscribe to JJ Vikings. Link is in the description, all that good stuff. But what I was popping up here for was, all right, there we go. Oops.
Production value.
Production's going down the toilet because I accidentally picked the wrong thing. There we go. This is what I meant to get. All right.
There we go.
Skullfest 2023 Northeast Palace, September 9th, 5 p.m. with a live broadcast. Let's go. I already know everybody in here is going, right?
Yeah.
Dylan, are you going? We're all going. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
And it starts at 5.
Starts at 5. We got a DJ for the entire time, and there's going to be a DJ after. Hey, Sarah, we already gave away the card.
Sarah popped in.
What up, Sarah? We already gave away the
Sarah.
Card. Sarah's the all-time winner of all of our cards.
I can't wait to see Sarah Kirkstand T-shirt she bought me.
Sarah,
Or
you're gonna be
made
at-
for me.
Sarah,
she
you're going
made
to
for me.
Sarah, you going to Skullfest? I don't know if I seen if you were or not.
Yeah, I think she
Oh,
she
yeah,
said
you
she'd give
better.
it to me then. So yeah, she said she was going.
Are you guys all staying? I think everybody else is. Casey lives down there,
I
so I'll
live
be
here.
staying
I'm
with.
staying
I'll be
by the
staying with him.
airport.
He let me stay with him.
Oh, Uncle Casey lives in Minnesota.
I do. I live in Woodbury.
Oh wow, I've visited there before a lot of times when I was younger.
Yeah, me and Jamie actually we both grew up near Duluth. So
Yeah,
Ooh, that was far away from where I lived in Roseville.
let's
Yeah,
go,
yeah,
Sarah.
a couple 2.5 hour
Yeah,
drive.
that's how we met. That's how we met.
Yeah, we actually went to school in Packer Country in Wisconsin. So
Yeah.
Oh yikes!
college, so, yeah.
Yikes!
That's how we
well.
became friends.
it was close enough to Minnesota. It was like right
Okay.
across the border of Duluth, though, so close enough to be a lot of Minnesota fans there. So
Yeah, I
it's
think
good.
everybody else is staying in hotels and maybe some Airbnbs. I don't know if a lot of people. I saw some good deals on Airbnbs.
Raps a
but-
hotel.
Well,
He's
I've
okay.
also got lots of friends and family still in Minnesota, so I can visit them too.
Yeah,
What?
that's gonna be
How
cool,
about this?
man.
What do your friends think about you getting to be so famous on YouTube?
Well, we can all agree that it's hard doing this from another state, but I can still we all still love each other, friends and family, obviously, and they're all very proud of me. They always say that, and at this point, I'm used to all the compliments. And you
Yeah.
know, it's incredible. I feel super blessed because the average 13-year-old, the good news that they get is probably getting an A on a test.
Yeah,
And here I am
probably.
doing this. Here
I
I
didn't
am
get
doing
that.
this.
And I didn't
That
even
means very
get
much.
that. I didn't
I
even
don't
get
remember
that when I was
doing
your
it,
age.
like
I was happy with a B.
I was happy with the B, man. Let
I
alone
passed.
going to Minnesota, getting picked up by Tommy Kramer, gonna be on Fox 9 News, and get to tell Paul Allen that you're coming for his job. That'd be like the greatest
Those are
experience for a 13-year-old that I could think of, especially for the Vikings, because obviously
I'd hang it up after that. I'm retired.
Yeah, you might have to retire at 13. Sarah, UMD, you must drink. Yeah, I
What?
mean they have so. I mean, I'm surprised they've even won some hockey championships. So we'll take it. That's like
Yeah.
that's the only team that I've been close with that has actually won a championship. So
You must drink. I think Sarah means apple juice.
Yes.
yeah, I think so. That's what
Absolutely.
she. That's definitely what she.
Is
Or
it-
means.
Sprite. Or
Sarah's
Sprite or
mom's
something.
listening.
Yeah.
Water.
JJ,
Just plain
definitely
water for the
yeah.
health.
JJ Vikings is the truth. Let's go. Let's go. What a guy. JJ is living his life, dude. That's what we like. That's what you
I
like, man.
I like when someone called you JJ the Goat. You might want to think about changing your name to that.
Yeah.
JJ Vikings to JJ the Goat.
No, you got to be
No.
JJ.
Someday
Vikings,
Justin Jefferson's gonna be at practice. They're gonna ask
You
him
can
about
call.
being like the greatest JJ. He's gonna say I'm the greatest JJ of all time. They're gonna be like,
Yeah, that's
"Actually,
he's
you're
gonna
not
make.
quite
Wait, he's got to
right."
talk. He's got to talk to Paul Allen
You gotta
first
go
and tell
check
him
this
he's
kid
gonna.
on. You gotta go check out this kid on YouTube. He's the real JJ.
I am
You're
go-
Justin Jefferson.
I think
now.
I'll do I'm probably gonna do a poll on that. Probably. Let's see how many votes you get, JJ.
greatest
All right.
JJ.
Who's the
of all
goat?
time.
Who's the greatest JJ?
JJ Vikings.
JJ Vikings or JJ?
JJ Vikings. actually, let's see here. I don't know if it'll pop up. Will it? If I do it. Let's see here. Okay.
Nothing like dead air on a YouTube channel.
right?
Yeah, I'm doing something. I'm trying. You guys have to keep going.
All right.
You don't
I
even
didn't
know what
how
I'm
long this
doing.
was gonna take you. I thought maybe you'd have this done right
Hey,
away, but I guess
JJ,
not.
what do you think? What do you want to see happen in this game? Like, what do you think you'll take away from this last game?
Nothing is an acceptable answer.
I expect nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect either. Because I mean, it's just gonna be a bunch
And
of backlash, people fighting for their jobs. Like,
I don't even know what to expect.
And there's
from the
only
season.
such a few jobs available because the way they
What about?
handle preseason is that they already picked out who's gonna win, and they got like 5 to 8 jobs up in the air. So it's
What
like
size
crazy.
shirt do I wear? Sarah says, I think it's 14, 16, I believe.
She
I always
she-
forget my size. I always
So,
forget
like
my
t-shirt,
size.
small, medium, large, maybe.
well, he's still
she's
probably
asking
U
t-shirt.
size.
Yeah. I remember what type of shirts I wore when I was 13, like 17 years ago.
4 votes. Whoa! It was 2 for 2. Come on, we need
Uh-oh.
some more. We need some more JJ Vikings votes.
Let me go
Let's
vote.
break this tiebreaker.
Go vote. Where is it?
It's not gonna feel
Mine
more
on my
special.
page.
It's not gonna
Mine on
feel
your channel.
special if one of you guys vote.
Okay.
All right.
But still, you can definitely vote.
That was not us.
That was not
6
us.
votes.
I didn't vote.
What?
8
I didn't vote.
votes. 8
Oh
votes.
my god!
The goats in the building. The goats in the building.
Someone voted back. Oh, now it's me again.
You're crushing it now.
Yeah, you
78-22.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Come on, 10 votes. Let's keep it going. That's 70% to 30. You're talking about Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the NFL. Come on.
hey!
Sports and Stars with Jade. What's up? Oh, you were just on the under the spot or right under spotlight.
Yeah,
So my
Under the
show's
Lights,
called.
Under the Lights,
So
sorry.
Jamie,
Yesterday,
my
Under the
show's called
Lights.
Under the Lights.
Under the Lights. Yeah, my bad.
He's only been doing it for the better part of the last like 9 months. So,
Hey, I was
it's
close.
it's okay
Under
you
the
don't know the
Lights.
name yet.
Sorry. Under
Which
the
show are
Lights.
we on right now? Which show are we on?
I don't even know. See, I mess up
Episode.
my own name. The school.
No, what episode are we on?
Sometimes.
episode
We're on
are we on?
episode 40. It's in the description. 41.
So we're on 42 on the other show.
Eli Prod with a guy like Eli, a guy who loves Justin Jefferson so much and has him on his cover of his YouTube channel. For a guy like him to pick me,
Let's go.
wow.
Let's go.
With as much as he
15
loves
votes.
Justin Jefferson, like wow. Yeah.
This is. I mean, this is pretty set in stone now. JJ Vikings
Official.
is 67% over Jay Jetta, Justin Jefferson for the GOAT JJ. Let's go. It's official. So now you got to go. Now, after Paul Allen, you go up to JJ and you tell him you're coming for his job too.
No, I'm not. I don't play.
He doesn't want to play. Well, just tell. You can tell him still.
I'm coming for your nickname.
He's like, I'm the
man.
GOAT. At least I'm the GOAT. I'm the JJ of the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, sir, JJ. Let's go. Let's go.
They need to figure out how to get you down there and on the sideline so you can meet him, Justin Jefferson.
Hey, anything is possible.
They should really do that.
Absolutely. Well, do we have anything else before we sign off here for the night?
Well, Papa Gary is asking whether or not I've figured out where I'm watching the game from the sideline. I'm either sitting in a booth with Tommy Kramer or near the field or even on the sideline. Who knows?
Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know if I'll ever be able to sit next on the sideline. Someday,
Yogi.
maybe.
I'm
Yogi's
fine
got
with
to-
standing. I don't know. I'm fine with standing. I want to call a play, though. I want to call one Vikings
Yeah.
play.
Dude, that would be the sweetest thing ever.
On
What
the
all right.
goal line.
If you could call one Vikings play, what is this play that you're calling?
Don't say tight
I'm
end
assuming it's
screen.
offense, right?
Don't say
Tight
tight
end
end
screen.
screen.
to Nick Muse.
No.
Is JJ throwing the ball in this play?
Ooh, he does have a good arm, actually. Are you doing a trick play, keeping it simple?
Philly special.
Hey,
It's got to be.
Kirk Cousins?
I want to do a Philly special against the Eagles. I wish I could go to the Philadelphia game just to
Yes.
do that. But I don't want to be a Vikings fan in a Philadelphia game. Like I don't want to be that one guy sitting in the stands in Philadelphia.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, it doesn't sound
of course,
fun.
I'll always be a Vikings fan, but those Eagles fans. This is why they built a courtroom and a jail in the stadium. I mean, come on, come on.
Yeah.
The people of Philadelphia, man, they're
Yeah.
a different kind out there.
Sorry, people from Philadelphia, but it's just the truth. Reality check. Reality check.
I am fine with I would rather work with a Packers fan than an Eagles fan. And that's just that's just how it is. Philly's scary, man. Yeah. Eli, did you not see where when the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the Super Bowl, one guy threw his TV out the window, banged his TV. Another like tens of Eagles fans are pushing a car over. They were jumping off parts of buildings. They were not too high up, obviously, like a foot towards the ground.
Yeah.
But they're breaking things. It's just like no, especially during Super Bowls too.
Ooh, a flea flicker. I like that.
Flea flick, nice.
That's
That's something we haven't done in a long time, man.
Yeah. Dylan Dotson has a question. JJ, how did all of this come about? Tommy Kramer meeting Paul Allen, sitting so close. This is awesome.
It just
Rap.
happened. And a guy named Dundas, some of these things, like, my mom always tells me, like, you'll never know the how, but you just got to know that these things will happen.
Yeah, you just got to work towards something, right?
And if you really want to know, it was a guy named Dundas Dukes, a 61-year-old who works with all these great players, like the ones from the past, like Tommy Kramer, Chuck Foreman, France Arkenton, etc. So he was the guy that made it all happen. And
Yeah, that's the guy that gave me the I think the Foreman jersey. What was his name? Donnie?
Dundas Dukes.
I wonder if that's the guy.
That's awesome.
Cool.
No.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun weekend. I mean, I'm looking forward to it already, but can't imagine how you're feeling. It's going to be an amazing weekend.
Yep. Hey, you're going to leave that one even more motivated to keep grinding.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be
Philly
big.
fans are complete scumbags. Like, I
Yeah,
think it's at the point we can say
indeed.
that. Throwing cans full of apple juice at other fans.
Yep.
Apple juice.
But all right, other than that, preseason game Saturday, last one. Maybe it's more exciting.
Let's just get it
than
done
we're
with,
hoping.
and let's just move on to the regular season.
Well, then after that, we're only officially about 2 weeks away from Vikings home opener, which all of us are going to be there. A lot of you in the chat will be there at Skull Fest, having a really good time. Everybody gets to meet each other and then get to go into that Viking game. Man, pumped up for the season. I feel like we take on. I'm not liking Tampa Bay's quarterback situation, so I think we go in there and take that W. And with all of us there, we're gonna bring in that good luck for sure. I feel like,
Our
Absolutely.
defense is the only thing to worry about. That's all. Oh, sorry. Their defense is the only thing to worry about.
Yeah, agreed.
For sure.
Agreed.
For sure. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then I think we'll sign off for the night. JJ Vikings, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a real pleasure.
No problem. It was fun being on.
Yeah,
Definitely fun being
absolutely.
on.
We'll have to do this again in the future for sure. Yeah. As for the rest of us, GG Sports Podcast, Minnesota Sports Talk, thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys next week right here on the Skull Experience. Thanks for joining us.
Skull Vikes.
Skull Vikes.